So I was watching this video by Bronta Games that I found fascinating. It seems that this guy made a horror game that cannot be screenshotted because when you do, it's just noise. It sounds really fun and I wanted to check it out. Unfortunately, that's when I found out that itch.io was, well, gone. Forward and backwards. So I decided to figure out what the hell's going on, so I went on Twitter and found itch.io's tweet, which reads the following. I kid you not, itch.io has been taken down by Funko because they use some trash AI-powered brand protection software called Brand Shield Ltd. that created some bogus phishing reports to our registrar, I Want My Name, who ignored our response and just disabled the domain. I hope that you are all having a nice Sunday evening. Also, for transparency, we did take the disputed page down as soon as we got the notice because it's not worth fighting stuff like that. Regardless, our registrar's automated system likely kicked to disable the domain since no one read our confirmation of removal. What a shit show. So in case you don't know what itch.io is, I'm going to give you a speedrun explanation of what it is. It's a website where aspiring and indie game developers can upload their games or demos for exposure, and it's super important because they also host game jams, which are challenges where people make games in a limited amount of time with restrictions set by the owner of the jam, which is also important for creativity. Everyone can come in and play these games and even donate to the people making them, and they also have the option to purchase full games, which is why this website being down is extremely destructive to indie game communities and time. Alright, so let's figure out what the hell. So Funko, the company that makes those stupid little vinyl figures, hired this shady brand protection company called Brand Shield to, well, protect their brand. But Brand Shield uses AI to take down websites that are threatening their brands in their perspective. And because this AI is shitty, it took down itch.io. And oh man, people are not happy. So I started by going to Funko's Twitter to look at the replies, and please, original Funko. Oh boy, you fucked up big time. I'm sure we just heard so many studios and artists. What a great way to celebrate. Yeah, that's about right. So people are blaming Funko, at least partially, for this mess. And yeah, Funko should have hired a brand protection company that isn't going to use the bottomized AI to do their job. But it's not 100% Funko's fault. Speaking of which, let's check out Brand Shield. Yeah, it seems people don't really know this company all that well. As you can see on their Twitter, their brand presence isn't that big. Their posts hardly ever have any likes, replies, or retweets. I'm sure this is the first time this company has gotten some exposure, and not for the right reasons. Some PR person is probably freaking the hell out in a shitty office somewhere in Israel right now. You know, assuming the PR person isn't a fucking AI bot. And finally, we have to talk about I Want My Name, the domain registrar. Apparently, they couldn't give less of a shit. They could reply to itch.io and solve this issue, but they can't be bothered from their nap. They can't even outsource their support, apparently, and people on Twitter are asking them for help, but it never came. And unfortunately, as of now, itch.io is at the mercy of those idiots. So yeah, as of right now, December 9, 2024 at 2 AM Mountain Time, the website is still down, and there is no hope in sight for at least a few hours or even days. You know, whenever I Want My Name feels like it. This is going to be devastating for the indie game dev community. Many of these people rely on donations that they get from people that genuinely like their game concepts. For many, this is the only way to show people what they can do with Unity, Godot, GameMaker, or whatever it is that they use to make games. And not to mention that it's the holiday season. There will be so many lost sales because of this. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends in a lawsuit due to loss of revenue or something like that. I just hope that this issue is resolved soon, but we're at a point where damage has already been done. Resolution will be difficult, but it has to be done. Brand Shield needs to be held accountable for taking out the website, and I Want My Name needs to be punished for their negligence. Funko just needs to hire better people and not shady companies from Israel to protect their brand. Anyway, just wanted to talk about this really quick because itch.io is actually really important for my life. If it doesn't get fixed soon, we're gonna have a problem. New video soon. I'm out.
Moon Terra action!